Welcome to our show. The next hour brings entertainment and information to those of you who are young at heart. Here are your hosts, Lynn Peterson and Al Jones.
Fairy tales can come true. It can happen to you if you're young at heart.
And a special happy Thanksgiving from Young at Heart with myself, Lynn Peterson, and my
Al Jones.
And we brought our little special guy with us today. This is our turkey hunter, Hal.
Yes.
And so, you know, he's going to, throughout the day, go find a turkey for us. So,
oh, he's going to do that. He's going to find a turkey for us, and then
I guess so.
we have a special treat.
Well, we do have another special treat for Thanksgiving is another turkey hunt, and it's with Dave. And the hunter, Jeff. Let's go to that.
Hi, I'm Dave Yoder, the reporter guy, and I'm here with Cletus, the world-famous turkey hunter.
Oh, yeah. Good guy.
What's up, Cletus?
I'm gonna go get turkey.
Yeah, we're gonna do that for Thanksgiving. We thought we'd come out here and videotape him on his hunt.
Yeah, for Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Because I heard you're pretty good. You don't ever get skunked.
I'm the best there is. I never get skunked.
Well, we're not hunting skunk.
No, we're hunting turkey.
Okay, but you're gonna get turkey instead of a skunk. So you don't get skunked.
No, I don't get skunked. I get turkey. Yeah.
You're giving me a headache.
I like the leg. Yeah.
Okay, folks, let's go out here and let's watch this man in action. And we're back with Cletus. Cletus, I've never seen anything like that before.
You see what that turkey did to me? Here, I don't need this no more.
You mean you don't want your gun no more?
No, I don't, because I tell you what, I'm changing my diet.
Oh, you're going vegetarian?
Vegetarian, you betcha. No more turkey for me.
Well, now you've seen that, folks. Be right back to the studio right now.
That was quite funny.
It was.
I still like Hal, though. I think Hal could go get that turkey, and the turkey wouldn't win. Go get him, Hal. Look, see? He's as slow as a tortoise.
Yeah. That Dave and Chuck Jeffries are really, they are really funny.
They are funny. Not as funny as we are, but yeah.
You don't think so?
No. But we have a great show today, and we do want to wish you, it is the beginning of the Thanksgiving week, and we'll be on through Thanksgiving.
That's right.
Yes.
We will be.
And we have a great lineup of guests this afternoon.
Yes.
Donna Lamb. I'm sure everybody in Pahrump remembers Donna. She has Donna's dance studio, as well as she is an artiste.
I remember that when I was trying to make the pottery.
Oh, yeah, she does some gorgeous pottery.
And I tried to do it.
I know. Well, you know, I was hoping that she could bring her little spinning thingy so we could flip clay all over the place, but we can't.
No.
We also have Woody Woods.
Yes.
A great musician. He did my CD for me, and he's just a wonderful guy. And Ron Fairbairn will be here, and he's going to be talking with Al about
all kinds of things. How he got into this. and how he did this and that and so forth. Farmer Marine.
I haven't forgotten Santa Claus, but that's
No.
like the big da-da-da-da.
Da-da.
We have Santa, so stay with us, and we'll be right back after this. Welcome back to Young at Art. My first guest, I think everybody knows Donna Lamb from one thing or another. This is one active woman. Let me tell you, I've known you now for, goodness gracious,
Oh my gosh, a long
almost
time.
16 years,
Holy
maybe
cow.
14 years. And she just keeps going like the ever ready bunny, or like our little turkey hunter Al. Did you see?
Turkey
Or
hunter.
Hal. You know, I keep
Hal.
changing his name. But Donna is here with us today to talk about some of the beautiful pottery that she does and has been doing for many, many years, even though she's only 25.
That's right. Started when I was very young.
Yes, just like me, as well as all the wonderful things that she has done over the years to keep you young at heart. Girl.
Yeah.
I mean, you just are one busy lady.
Oh, it's always good to stay busy. That's for darn sure.
Oh, definitely.
You know, in the early years when I was selling real estate out here, people would come out and say, "What do you do?" And I say, "I pray for boredom." You know?
And to think about it, living in Pahrump, you know, because it is so laid back, you think you wouldn't have any time being bored. I mean, but no, not Donna.
No.
I have a funny story, and I've just got to say this first before we get into this. Is I remember when I first met your mom, who was, you know, the prevailing real estate lady here in Pahrump.
Yeah.
And the one story she told me, there was a time and day where you would just take your client out in the car, go out to the mountain or the field or a lot, and it was vacant everywhere in front.
Everywhere.
And she would just point out the land around and say, "Hey, do you like the view?" And her clients would say, "Yeah, it's really a great view." And she said, "Well, your lot is somewhere in this view."
Somewhere right out here. Yeah.
It's a little different now with real estate.
Yeah, a little bit different now.
Are
yeah.
you still?
I am still doing a little bit of real estate, not very much, but I am still selling some water rights and things like that. So.
Yeah. So, and like I said, a busy lady. Your other fun job, can you talk about that a little bit?
Yes, I love my new job. I'm actually the executive director of the Amargosa Conservancy, and it is so fun. It is such a wonderful place out there. Our mission is to protect the land, water, and beauty of the Amargosa watershed, which starts well above Beatty and goes all the way down to Baker, California, or almost to Baker, so that takes in our area of influence there. And we have tours and outings and all kinds of fun things to do to make the people more aware of the environment and how fragile it is and what we have to do to protect it.
Right. Now, is Ash Meadows part of that too?
It is.
Okay.
Ash Meadows is part of that.
And the pupfish, that whole...
Oh, yeah, the little pupfish.
Yes, I remember those tours. They were really informative, and like you said earlier, she's now doing something that she loved doing for many, many years, and it's kind of nice to
actually get paid for it.
get paid for it.
It's really, really nice, actually.
I bet it is. Yeah. Now, along with that, you still have kept your hands...
Busy.
The pun intended. Your hands involved in clay. How did you ever start with that? I mean, how did you get involved
Well,
with
this
that?
is actually kind of a funny thing. When I was young, my mom encouraged me to go into real estate because she was already in real estate. In those days, they didn't have real estate schools. You had to go to UNLV and take courses, you know, for a full semester of courses for a license. So I thought, well, while I'm there, I need to do something for exercise. So I took dance classes. And then I wanted to do something for fun, so I took pottery classes. And I haven't stopped doing all three things ever since. And that was a lot of years ago. So.
Yeah, but like we said, you started at 2.
Yes, right.
Yeah, she was one of those, you know, age didn't matter, you know, real estate.
Oh my gosh.
There's so many funny stories because I've known her so long. I could tell, you
know.
The time that Nick, he used to come into the office, and when he was like 3, 4 years old, 5, and he'd get that little ticket taper thing, you know, off the calculator.
I know what
and
you're going to say.
He'd go outside and he'd go, "Get your real estate here. Come and get your real estate."
The other thing I remember him saying is pizza delivery. Do you remember? There's a pizza delivery.
I guess we should tell people out there, Nick is my son.
Yes.
Anyway, not your husband. Not my husband. Good one, Pat. Thank you. Sometimes our producer comes up with some really good ones. She really does. Now, you did bring some samples of your beautiful artwork in pottery. If you could describe, or I don't know if it looks like some different processes here.
Yeah, definitely different processes.
So let's just go down the line and kind of describe what we've got going here.
Alrighty. Well, this one I brought because it's a very unusual method of firing, and it's called low fire salt. So these are very fragile pieces, but we bisque fire them, so they're fired once. It's It's a white stoneware clay, and then I sprinkle rock salt and put, this is from copper wire.
Wow.
There, and then these other spaces are from rock salt. And wrap it in a piece of clay and fire it, and everything leaves an imprint on the clay. So there's no glaze on this at all.
Oh my, and it looks like it has been glazed.
Yeah, it does look like it's been glazed.
It's gorgeous.
Isn't it pretty? I just love
gorgeous.
that. Now these three are all high fire porcelain, and they've all been carved. And I love to do that. It's, you know, really takes me out of the world.
I bet. Now this looks like you just kind of went.
I just kind of squished it and stuffed it in
But
there.
it's absolutely exquisite. I don't know if you can get a good upshot of that. But I mean, just the detail in it, and it takes a real artist, I think, who's
to
able.
just squish it.
It's like, you know, when you look at those pictures in galleries and you go, I think my 3-year-old could do that. But really, when you study it, there is a method to that madness.
Oh, absolutely.
There really is.
Yeah, and there is a madness. Yeah.
We weren't going to go into that.
Yeah, okay.
Now, do you still teach people, or are you doing any classes at all? Are you?
I'm not right now. I really don't have room in my home, which is where my studio is. I'm hoping that at some point the community college out here will have a pottery studio. I've been in touch with them, and they know that I can teach. I taught at the community college in Las Vegas years ago before I moved out here, so I definitely know how to teach.
Yes, you do. In fact, I think I've been in your studio a couple of times trying to do that
On the wheel?
I tell you, it is harder than it looks. I mean, you make it look like a piece of cake, but you know, you get this form going and it's doing really, really well, and then all of a sudden it starts
it's like all over the place,
and then it starts flinging on the walls, and it's like,
Abstract art.
abstract art. That's
there
right,
you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
That was my version of abstract art. But here again, Nick and I have been at your studio a few times in the past and had so much fun.
It's a blast. It
Just
really is.
taking a pot, and that's what Donna had. You know, you could pick your pot, and then you could paint it,
glaze
and then
it,
she would do the firing of it. And I think, you know, there's a new business for if you ever wanted to get into like a place where it's called like a glazing studio. Where people
where
can
they come in and
have parties and do their stuff.
Yeah.
And, like, you don't have enough on your plate.
Yeah, exactly. I need another job, like I need a hole in my head.
Now, as I said, she's not only an artist, but she's an exquisite dancer.
Oh.
Now, you do have a studio still.
Oh, I do still have the studio. It's doing just great. And I'm just amazed that parents out here, even in these difficult economic times, they care enough about their children to still send them for some art in the form of dance.
Absolutely.
So kudos to all the parents out there. That's a wonderful thing.
And your studio is still located
Same
on
place,
Frontage Road.
401 South Frontage Road in the Provenza Enterprises building. So
Yeah.
still there.
Yeah, and how many days a week do you have classes?
5 days a week.
So you have other teachers.
Yes, there's like 7 teachers there
Wow.
now. Yeah, and I just made a deal this morning with a young lady Becca is gonna be teaching yoga there, and so that'll be nice too for adults because we have mostly children, but now we have adult things too.
Now, what I'd like to see is not just like a Zumba class, but kind of a world rhythm style class.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
I would take something like that. I was doing it up north and just loved it. And it was a little more instructional because, you know, and the music is pounding and you're doing the shake and you're doing this and you're just having a ball.
Another
in
thing that
class.
takes you out of the world, and
Absolutely.
yeah,
and
that's a wonderful thing.
what I loved about it was low impact. It was easier on the joints, but yet that music just gets you moving to the groove, and you can be at any age. I mean,
Yeah,
people from I think the high school girls really found it
yeah.
a lot of fun. So
You
there
know, when I first
There
came
you
out
go.
here, community college sent me out here to teach dance in the very early years back in the late 70s. And I also taught over in Amargosa. And the ladies that came and took my exercise class there were mostly in their late 70s and early 80s. So you can keep doing it.
That's amazing.
And that's the ticket. Just keep moving. Keep moving.
Absolutely. I keep saying that every day of my life is you gotta stay moving and grooving and do
Yep.
something that you love, even if it starts out small.
Yeah,
Where you're just, and then, you know, you don't know where it goes from there.
yeah.
Now, we've got to have some of the girls back on, maybe for a Christmas little dance or something later.
Yeah, that would be
In
nice.
December would be
They're
great
so
to
cute.
bring you back.
I was going to
The
try to.
little ones,
Yeah, the
too.
little ones. Yeah, but they're all in school right now, so I
Oh,
couldn't
that's
bring them
right.
this morning. Yeah, but yeah, they're so cute.
When's Christmas break start?
The 22nd, I think.
Oh, wow.
So
That's
maybe
that late?
Yeah, I think it is pretty late.
Oh, well, I appreciate you coming by, Donna. I
My
just
pleasure,
love talking
always.
to her.
And it's so good to see you back in
you
Pahrump.
too. I know. So we will be back, and you will be back.
I'll
like I
be
said,
back, yes.
with the dancers. So we'll definitely bring you there. And who knows? We'll just have to think of other things to talk about. And one of these days, we're going to do a road trip and come over and see you do your thing.
Oh yeah, we should definitely do that. Bring Al back down there. And
We'll be back after this message.
thank you.
Welcome back, folks, to Young at Heart. My next guest, as you can tell, is a wonderful musician, Woody Woods, and he's brought his own piano. And you know what? This is the first interview where I'm taller than the guests. I get to stand up and listen to you. Okay, quit. We're talking about you. No, I want to be able to talk to you, darling. How are you today?
I'm doing good.
Good. You just can't stop playing, can you?
Not yet.
Not yet.
I might be having too much fun.
Yeah, you are.
I might.
Now, Woody has been around the Valley in Las Vegas for quite a while, as other places. He's a songwriter, producer, choir director, virtuoso on the keyboard. What else do you do? I mean, you're just...
Well, now I'm a photographer and a videographer, and if I put them all together, the money that I make could buy me McDonald's.
Wow. Except you're not going to get one of their little lunch toys anymore, I don't think.
No. They cut out the toys.
They did cut out the toys.
Shucks.
But Woody has been playing around not only Las Vegas, but in Pahrump. He and I have both done some gigs together. He's just a wonderful musician, and now has expanded his repertoire. And we're going to show you one of his music videos, So Smooth. Here it goes. Well, that was delightful and so smooth. When did you write that? Was that...
Actually, I wrote it quite a few years ago. But I just got it the way that I wanted it, you know, earlier this year and put it out.
Yeah, so and now to be able to put it to a video is incredible.
Yeah, that's, I like that. And it works well on Facebook because, you know,
I bet it does, yes.
Facebook addict, right?
That's true. Now, you can befriend Woody if you'd like to, and that way then you can go on to his Facebook page and listen to all the great tunes that he has on that.
Got a bunch of them on there.
Plus, you're also an incredible photographer. You've taken that up.
Yeah.
What?
I always need a photographer, right? And I'm doing lots of things, and sometimes they shoot what I want the way I want it, and other times it's like, no, I want to shoot this way. So I've even been taking a class, a photography class, but I've always done video work, because actually I didn't study music in school. I studied television production.
Wow, yeah,
So
it's a little different.
Yeah, so
it's still an artistic venue, but still
Yeah.
you got into that. Now we do have some of your photography out there to show everybody, and oh my
oh,
gosh,
isn't that beautiful? See, this is from my Reflections collection, and this is a lake in Halifax, Nova Scotia.
that's
Canada.
gorgeous. That is beautiful.
Oh, and I
Oh,
just love the color of these flowers, the purple or whatever color that is.
now is this all up in Halifax that you
This
took
is
these
all in
photos?
Halifax.
It's beautiful up there, huh?
Right this minute.
Oh,
yep,
that's
and those
gorgeous.
two, that's in a friend of mine's yard, and
Wow.
it's just so gorgeous.
Well, I tell you, Woody, I mean, your composition is just gorgeous, and whoa.
Now this is a friend of mine in Halifax. This is now, and she's a fabulous photographer. This is and choreographer. This is Leslie Carvery,
Oh, super.
and this was the day before she went on vacation.
Oh, she looks totally relaxed, like she's been on vacation.
This is her nephew,
Uh-huh.
Jaden. Right before he's going to karate class.
Oh, too
And
cute.
he was in that chair, and I said, "Can I take your picture?" And he said, "Okay."
It's adorable,
Isn't it?
adorable. Wow, you. Oh,
And
well, we know
what
where that is.
and that's the reflection of the wind in Trump Tower.
Now, how did you get that photo? I mean, where were you?
I was on the garage
Okay.
of one of the other hotels.
Because it looks
and
like
shot that.
you got everybody to leave the site so you
No.
could just get the picture. And I thought, what kind of clout do you have in Las Vegas now?
No. I just happened to be on the top of the parking garage.
Oh my goodness, that is wonderful.
And this is another reflection. You're actually looking at the building across the street. That's the reflection of the building across the street from
in
where I'm shooting.
that window.
Yeah, in the window.
Well, I think that's fabulous that you've taken up photography along with what you've been doing, because you've been playing the piano quite a while. Have you not? Or...
I guess I started in the 10th grade by accident because I lost my piano player to a band who was making more money.
Gee, I know that story well.
And so I just kind of started playing the piano and fooling around with it and
Wow.
getting people to help me out. You know, I'd say, "Show me something,"
Right.
you know, on the piano, and say, "Oh, well,
Absolutely.
do this and do that," and
There you go.
so that was it.
And we have a surprise for everybody out there. Woody and I are going to do a tune together, and I think you might recognize this one. It goes quite a way back to the 30s. Would you
Yeah,
say?
Over the Rainbow, right?
Oh, no, but we thought we'd just give you a little treat. We have played and performed together, and like I said, he also produced my CD. And we haven't had a chance to play in a while, so here it goes. And
4 or 5 years.
I sure hope you like it. You pack up all your cares and woe. Here I go, I'm singing low. Bye, bye, blackbird. Well, somebody waits for me, sugar sweet, so is he. Bye, bye, blackbird. No one here can love or understand me. Oh, what hard luck stories they all hand me. So make my bed and light the light. I'll arrive late tonight. Blackbird, 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 bye-bye. That is so much fun. I mean,
Absolutely.
it's glad. I'm glad to be back into town and work with some of the great musicians around the valley, because I've just missed you all so much. And
Yeah, and I'm glad to be back in Pahrump.
Yeah, absolutely.
And yes, Dave, I have Pahrumpitis.
Tism?
Is that what it-
Prumpitis.
Is that what it was?
What is it, Dave? It's
Parumpticity?
Prumpticity. La, 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 la. Oh, he's going to come and show us T-shirts.
Parumpetism!
Oh my goodness! Well, thank you so much for coming on the
Absolutely,
show,
my
and
pleasure.
hopefully you'll see Woody and myself around town a couple of times. And why don't we go out with the tune again? Let's just do it again. We'll be back after this commercial message. You pack up all your cares and woe. Here I go, I'm singing low. Bye, bye, blackbird. We'll be back.
Hello there.
Hello there, Santa. We have a special guest. Welcome back to Young at Heart.
Wow,
And Santa, it's so nice to see you from the North Pole. All the way from the North Pole, you're here.
Oh, gotta travel.
Gotta travel, yeah. Well, tell me something about Santa. I mean, you look so spiffy. Or should you say that? You know, spiffy.
Well, that's good, yes.
That's good.
Well, you gotta remember, I'm pretty old, so I can do those, Kurt.
Oh, that's right. I'm going to see if I can't grow a beard like that.
You got a good start.
I got It's top here that's missing there, yeah.
Shh, why do you think I wear a hat?
I understand that there are a lot of things that you do, Santa. You might tell me some of the things that you do.
Sure. I do a lot of things with charity, especially throughout the year, and I also help other folks who like to imitate me and help out, such as parents and all that. I teach a Santa Claus school.
You do?
Absolutely.
Wow.
And I tell everybody how to do it. Matter of fact, there's 9 8-hour days that I can teach.
Wow. So that means that I, Big Al, could be a Santa.
Absolutely. You would make a terrific Santa.
I would.
You got to have a smile and a good personality.
Oh, that sounds good. Santa school. So you teach the Santas how to be Santa.
Right.
And I understand also that this is a special designed Santa Claus suit here?
Oh, absolutely. I have a lot of folks that make things for me. This is not the only outfit I have. I have several of them, and each one of them are handmade just to fit me and my growing needs. And they like what they do. They really love it.
And I understand that when you go around the kids, you have special things for the kids that you do. You do little magic things for the little kids.
Absolutely. Santa has a lot of magic, so you've got to be able to perform magic. One that I really love to do is close up with the children, is I show them how I give Rudolph his glowing red nose. Ooh. Yeah. And also all those non-believers. For the non-believers, I also have a magic key that I show them.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah. They said, I don't have a chimney. I go, no problem. I can pull out a magic key and show them. Oh, it's great.
Great things like that, huh? Oh, now, some of the places that you travel to, you travel all over the place. I understand.
All over the world.
The world?
Absolutely.
Like
I started off in England.
You did?
Matter of fact. I was doing a lot of Father Christmas there in England and Germany. Went up to Scotland and Switzerland. I met a few great ones in Norway. But recently I've been around, all around United States here quite a bit. Got to meet all the children I can, and I travel year round.
Oh, wow. Well, is there any special experience that you've had that stands out that kind of gives you a little, a little good feeling, Santa?
Oh, always, always. When I'm traveling along, and you'll probably notice my truck sometimes if you see me traveling, but if I see someone broken down, I'll pull over and stop, and if there's a child there, guess what they get?
Oh, they probably get a little candy there.
Oh, they get a gift. I got some stuffed animals in the back of my truck that I give out to every good boy and girl I see, no matter what time of year.
Well, yeah, but what if you stop? You stop with something for the kid here. I'm still a kid at heart.
Absolutely, and you'll get one too.
That sounds very good.
Yeah, everyone's a kid to me, and I love it. And it's so much fun bringing, remember, this is the season for giving.
Right.
And joy and happiness and all that.
So this is how you bring happiness to, to the kids. And also, what about to the adults? Is there anything that the adults should know at this time of year? Because I know that you have some good direction or good advice for the adults and the parents for the kids.
Well, the best thing you can tell an adult is enjoy the holidays.
Right.
Be a big kid.
Right.
That's the best thing. And I always tell them, don't ever discourage your children. Never. And you should always believe in Santa, because Santa is only there to give.
Right.
He's not there for anything else.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
Wow. I always wondered about that as a little kid, and I always believed in Santa, and even as an adult, I still believe in Santa because of the giving aspect, of that.
Absolutely. I have a couple stories that I've written about Santa and about giving. And one of them was when I was very young and I was going off to Grandma's house, and my sister was riding with me, and we're riding our bicycles over there. And we're going over there because she makes the world's best cinnamon buns.
Whoa!
Yeah, and the reason we know that because she always tells us.
Yum!
But on the way there... But on the way there, my sister lowered a bomb on me and saying, "No such thing as Santa." Well, I go, bah, humbug, and race over to her, and all the way to Grandma's house, and I run into Grandma and say, Grandma, Sis says there's no such thing as Santa. And she goes, bah, humbug. Let me show you about what Santa's about. So she loaded me in the car, and we went down to the local 5 and Dime, and we did all of that. She gave me $10, and now remember, I was a little tyke, about 8 years old.
Oh, okay.
And she gave me $10, and I had never had $10 in my life. Ooh. So she gave me $10, and she says, "You go in and you buy something for somebody, anything you want." So I went and looked around. I was thinking about my sister, my mom, and my dad, and everybody else, and it just didn't seem right. And then all of a sudden I go, I could give one to Chris. Now, Chris was a school friend, and he would never go outside during the winter because he didn't have a coat. And his mom would always write him a note saying he has a cold, but all the kids knew that he didn't have a coat. So I went and I found a really nice warm coat and went up to the lady at the counter, and she looked at me, and I says, "Here's my $10, and she says, "Oh, great." So she took that and wrapped it up and gave it to me, and I went out to Grandma's, and she says, "Okay, now, let's go home and wrap it up." So we went home, put it in a really nice Christmas package, and then we went back to Chris's house, and we snuck over by a bush, and she says, "Okay, here's where you're going to be Santa. You go up and put that at the door, knock on the door, and come back here." So I did, knocked on the door, went back next to Mom and or Grandma, and was all out of breath, and all of a sudden the door opened, there stood Chris. He's looking around, he couldn't see anybody. And then he saw the gift, and he saw his name on it, and he opened it up, got this big coat, and the grin on his face was great. And after he closed the door, Grandma says, "Okay, Santa, let's go." And I'm going, I get it.
Yeah.
Santa gives without even being known.
Wow.
And do you know that about 10 years after my grandma passed away, I pulled out her Bible and a little tag fell out of that, and it was the tag from the coat, and it also said 1995.
Whoa.
So guess what? Not only was I a Santa, but the lady at the store
was a Santa also.
Yeah, and that's about giving.
It is. That's a good story, Santa. I like that. I understand you thinking about writing a book about some of the experiences.
Absolutely. Well, you know Art Linkletter, and kids say the darndest things.
Right.
Well, Santa has the darndest things, let me tell you. Like one little child came up to me with her mom and the dad and little sister in tow. And little sister is probably about 4 years old. The boy was probably about 6. And he sat on my lap. And I go, "What do you want for Christmas?" And he goes, "Another sister." Well, I look at Mom, and she goes, No. You know, Dad's over going, look at Mom. And I'm going, now, one rule that we teach you, and I didn't learn this until later, but you don't press questions like that.
Right.
But I was young. And I says, "Okay, why do you want another sister?" And he says, because I don't like the one I have.
Santa, that's a good one.
Everybody at the store was laughing.
I don't like doing it. That's pretty good. What would you like to leave for, not only with the parents, but for the kids in regards to Santa and in regards to the idea of Christmas and the things that I think are very important for the kids and the parents also at this time of year? I know you said giving, but I know there's other things that you have.
Oh, there's a lot of things that you need to talk to everybody about. The very first thing is enjoy all the holidays.
Right.
Okay? Don't let the commercialism get to you. Enjoy the holidays and be part of it.
Be part of it.
Oh, yeah, be very part of it and learn all about it. I have the history of Santa, which is about, well, maybe 300 or 400 pages worth of stuff on history. But don't just learn that. Learn why we have the traditions.
Right.
Why do we have a Christmas tree?
Right.
Why do we have a Yule log?
Right.
Why do we give presents?
That's right. I want a present, Dave. That's my. That's my. Hey, Santa's here. We're talking about presents, you know.
Absolutely.
And I believe in Santa there, Dave. But Santa, I tell you, it's been beautiful having you here, and I look forward to seeing you again. In fact, I'm going to see you probably around Christmas Eve. You know.
Well, let me tell you what I tell all the children. You won't see me Christmas Eve, but I'll see you when you're sleeping.
All right. That is.
I gotta give Santa a hug.
Oh,
I just love Santa, and I agree with you. The holiday spirit is the best.
That's it.
That's it. Stay tuned, folks. You're watching Young at Heart with Santa. And
Merry
Lynn.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Welcome back to Young at Heart, folks. My next guest is the great, the one and only former Marine, Ron Fairbairn. And I understand that you have a little something to say about one of our guests here.
Yes, I just found out that Woody, who just entertained you right before Santa Claus, that he was a Marine also, and we were, looked like we were pretty much in Okinawa about the same time.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, this is so interesting, and I guess I like to start off by asking you, and one reason, you know, I want to ask you this is because your life has been transformed into something of beauty, you know, something of greatness, I would think. Now, when were you in the Marines, and where were you?
Well, actually, that's a story that would take more than the 10 minutes, but I was...
I'll tell him anyway.
I know.
We don't care.
I was in high school in Carson City. And we moved to Las Vegas in 1965. Actually, I'm a farm boy from Nebraska, and I was following a beautiful blonde to California. And my dad and I made it, and my little brother, to Las Vegas. And we decided we were going to stop there and see if we could get some work. And so I wrote her a letter, and I got a letter back from her husband. So that kind of stopped us in Las Vegas,
Right.
And went to Rancho High School, and then my dad went up to Carson City.
Wow.
And, so I didn't make it my senior year.
Oh.
No, I saw a John Wayne movie. He went in the Marine Corps.
That was
and
it.
I figured I better follow him.
You would follow him, huh?
Yep.
Where did you do your training?
And I'm a Hollywood Marine.
Okay.
Yeah, just like all the rest of them, I got
Yeah.
off that bus at about 11 o'clock at night. I got onto them yellow footsteps.
Right.
And that drill
was
instructor was my mother, my father, my everything for
Everything
the next
for
couple
that
months.
force. Wow. And you ended up in the, overseas, I understand. Yeah.
Right, I went to Vietnam and with some very, very good Marines over there.
Right.
And, so I was in Vietnam from May of 1968 until June of 1969.
Wow.
And,
Well, the other interesting thing, folks, that you may not know about former Marine Ron, is that he is a pastor. And how did that come about? That's what I wanted to know. How did that come about?
you know, it was about answered prayer. In 1994, I was asked to go to Sunrise Hospital and meet this friend of mine's wife was on Charleston, and she was involved in a hit and run. A car hit her, And he just asked me if I'd go to Sunrise and pray for her.
Wow.
And I did. And 48 hours later, she came out of a coma. They said she was going to make it. She went to Rancho Rehab. And so I went and I told my stepmother, I said, I couldn't believe this. God answered that prayer. And she said, so what?
Yeah. Wow.
I said, what do you mean, so what? She said, well, they have 105 volunteers at UMC Hospital, and it's called the Hope Chaplains, and they still have it today.
Wow.
And so we had 105 of them. We visited 4,000 to 5,000 patients a month in different hospitals and care centers. You want to see answered prayer, you go to there.
Go there.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so that's what got me started. And so for 10 years, I was with the Hope Chaplains. And I was out at the Cheyenne Community Care Center for about 2 years. Then I went to Henderson Convalescent Hospital for 5 years and did the Sunday services out there. And so just one thing led to another. Yeah.
You've done a lot of volunteer work too, and I know that because you've given blankets and everything. You've gotten things, and you have definitely to the causes of, here in Pahrump, because you hear it, and I know you have a chapel here in Pahrump.
Yeah, we have Central Valley Baptist Church, and it was actually, you look at things that happen to you, and you can look back and see the hand of God in it. And the church that I have right now was the church of one of my ordaining pastors.
Wow.
Pastor Lalo Padilla. And so when I came up here, I didn't know where I was going to go, what I was going to do. My brother said, well, you can come up here. And I got to give him a plug. Gerald Schulte, he owns Dream Homes. And yeah, he's my little brother.
Wow.
And I pray for him all the time.
Yeah,
I know.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Because but you have done, like I said, so much charitable work, and there are things you might want to mention here about some of the things that's going on here.
Yeah.
You might want to talk about that.
Well, part of what we're involved with, and there's so many great people in this community, and work with Claylia Garrity, and she is one that has the No to Abuse, and the Nevada Resource Center, and she's just been such an inspiration to me on what she does. And so that's part of working with the Nye Communities Coalition, that this Thanksgiving from 1 to 3, we're going to be serving dinner at Rood Center. And there's no cost to it. And we're also taking meals out from 11 until 3, and we're going to be taking phone calls. One of the people that, well, there's so many different people that we're working with. Linda DeMayo, she went out and she just raised some wonderful funds with the people that she's been around and she talks to, and they just gravitate toward Linda to help.
Wow.
And so if you need a ride, give me a call at 910-9995. And Linda's phone number is 209-4683.
Yeah, we'll probably put that up on the line there when we send this message out. This is the volunteer stuff that you do. You also work with Toys for Tots.
Toys for Tots, that's been, that's one of the things that has just blessed my heart. They've given so much for so many. And it's not just for Christmas, so we help out other children too that don't have anything on their birthdays.
Right.
And so that's such a great thing. And then also, since I've been here, I was able to go to work at Nathan Adelson Hospice, and that's been such a blessing for me.
You also, Pastor, they've asked you whenever the Marines or we have any type of ceremony, anything going, they always ask you to come and be the pastor of it, which I think is great. Like the Nugget and all these places, whenever they have any ceremonies for the service, period.
Yeah, Homeland Heroes. And it was such an honor to be able to do that in Las Vegas. I worked with when we did the Veterans Day Parade there, I got to do the invocation for 2 years in a row with Mayor Goodman. And so it was just it's an honor that I'm able to do that here, and that they would let me. And that is truly an honor to be able to do that now.
That is, as you can see, folks, a former Marine, still working, still active. And I think that this is just so beautiful. Is there anything that you want the people to know here any other thing you want them to know in regards to what's going on, what you're doing, and any causes that you have.
You know, there's something I would like to say. I know our community's having a rough time with the jobs that we have out there. All right, I want to tell you how you can start. Start by volunteering in our community. Go out there, and I'll guarantee you, you're going to find somebody that's going to need your talent. They're going to need that gift that God has given you. So go out there and volunteer and watch what happens when you do.
I think that's good. And you might want to give them the address of your church so that some people may want to come and, you know, and listen to your messages there on Sundays.
Well, we have, it's at 3170 South Blag Road. We're right in between Gamebird and Calvada, dead center. And we just praise the Lord, and we do. And we have some wonderful servants.
Well, that's great. Now, is anything that you're planning for the holidays? You know, I know it's going toward Christmas time. I know you have special things going on because I know you are doing some, once again, volunteer. You're doing some things that I know that people would like to know.
Well, the Holiday Task Force is also, we're going to be putting on a Christmas dinner.
Good.
And so if, you know, if you can volunteer, call and just ask what you can do. There's so many different things in our community. Go out there and be a part of it. And that's one of the things that that our church is that we're doing, is we know we need to be a part of our community. You just can't put a building in a location and people are going to come.
That's right.
That church needs to be a part of this community.
That's right. Well, Ron, I want to thank you for coming in and sharing this information for us.
Thank you, Al.
And like I said before, former Marine like
You're
me.
always a
Former Marine.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I say. Former Marine. I'm always a Marine.
Hoorah, there you go.
Give us a big hoorah.
Yeah, hoorah! Hoorah! That's right.
Together now.
1, 2, 3.
Hoorah! Stay tuned, folks. You're watching Young at Heart.
Ho, ho, ho. How was that? Did I do it right?
Well, you did it right, but before you do that, I mean, it's still Thanksgiving.
Well, that's right.
Yeah,
it is.
it is.
But I tell you, it's chilly enough in here. I think it was that North Pole thing. Santa brought
It
a
was.
little
Santa
bit of
brought
that with
the
him today.
snow.
What is that? I just saw a pole.
That's the North Pole. That's right.
I got to tell you, you know, Santa is so giving, and you know, people think, especially children, that he only comes out one time a year. Santa doesn't come out one time a year. He is going to be at the Bass Pro Shops at the Silverton Hotel in Las Vegas, and that's on the kind of on the corner of Highway 160 and the 15. Right. And he'll be there Monday through Fridays from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Wow. Saturdays 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. Sundays 12 to 6. Now he's doing all this for the kids so they can get to know him, and he'll be there until Christmas Eve, of course.
Wow, that sounds
That's
good.
his important time to get ready to get Rudolph and his brothers and sisters. I don't know, were there any female reindeer?
Of course.
Oh. Dancer, Prancer.
Had to be the
Prancer. No. Bridget and
Bridget.
Midget. Bridget and Midget.
And Gidget.
Gidget. Oh, those were they're the triplets.
Right.
I think we're getting off the subject here and going way somewhere else.
Right. Don't forget.
Oh gosh, yeah. Do you need help?
No, don't forget. Don't forget.
Okay. The Holiday Task Force, which Ron talked about a little bit, they are doing a Thanksgiving-free dinner day on Thanksgiving Day at the Bob Roode Community Center, and that's from 1 to 3. So families, please feel free to go down there, and there will be Christmas music and entertainment. I guess that's the same, music and entertainment. I don't know.
And if you're lonely and so forth like me.
If you're lonely tonight.
You won't be lonely long.
You won't be lonely long, that's right. You can go and enjoy the community. Become part of the community.
Become part of the community.
And my gosh, what an incredible thing for the Holiday Task Force to do.
Yes, I think it's fantastic.
And
it's beautiful,
seriously,
beautiful.
It really is. So what else do we have coming up or going on or coming in? And, you know, we're getting close to...
Well, what we have coming up is that close to the first of the month is around the corner.
It is.
And then so we'll start doing things for gifts
letting you
and
know what's
things
going on for the holidays and gifts and
things like that.
And some great, incredible interviews. So
Sure.
we hope that you will always keep it here at Young at Heart, because That's what we are.
Yep.
And holiday music. December 11th, there's going to be at the Bob Root Community Center an incredible time with holiday music from.
That's right.
No, that's at Honeysuckle Park.
Oh my goodness, it's not called Honeysuckle Park though. We'll get that info for you on the next show. So stay with us at Young and Hart.
You're so